One.
Good evening. Welcome to the first debate in City Club's fall series. My name is Julie Davis, and I am president of City Club's Board of Governors. I'd like to start out by thanking tonight's producer, Samantha Ritterbacher, and for all of the committee who has worked with her so hard to make this possible. At City Club, volunteer members lead our work, and without their dedicated effort, our community-driven programming would not be possible. Thank you also to our season sponsors, Northwest Natural and Chevron, and our other partners, Mayoral Inc. and Merge Design, for your support of City Club's fall events. We appreciate your shared commitment to helping Oregon voters get informed. And I'd like to thank you for being here to learn more about the candidates and how they plan to approach some of the biggest challenges Portland has ever faced. City Club hosted its first debate more than 100 years ago. Despite COVID-19 and the many challenges communities are facing right now, City Club is still carrying on. We're continuing to push for a more open and inclusive public square. We may not be able to gather in the same place tonight, but that doesn't mean civic spaces are closed. It means we have to work harder than ever to open those up to all Oregonians. If this work aligns with your values, I hope you'll support City Club as we continue to produce forums and debates, lead public policy research, and advocate for positive change. There are two ways you can support City Club's programs. First, I'd like to invite you to become a member if you are not already. We're a volunteer-led organization, and there has never been a better time to get involved at City Club. You can learn more about membership online at pdxcityclub.org. Second, whether you're a member or not, please consider making a donation to City Club. Our events, which are free to all, are only made possible by your donations. It takes a lot of work to broadcast a debate live to anyone in the world. So I will hope you will consider making a contribution of $50, $25, or $10 tonight to help us continue convening thought-provoking debates and conversation. You can donate now by texting Support City Club to 44321. That is Support City Club, all one word, to 44321. Or you can give via our website, pdxcityclub.org/donate. Whether you're a member, you make a gift, share the link with a friend, or just watch tonight's program to learn more about the candidates. All of us at City Club want to thank you for participating and for helping us to bring the public square to your homes. Thanks also to our media partners, Pamplin Media and X-Ray FM. This fall, we're starting a new tradition at City Club. Our season sponsors are being invited to join us at the beginning of the program to help welcome our guests and show their support for our programs and civic involvement. Joining us now is David Anderson, Northwest Natural's CEO.
Say the least. With a pandemic, a recession, long overdue conversations on racial injustice, and of course the wildfires. These times require true leadership, courage, creativity, unwavering hard work, and the ability to adapt in a changing environment. Whether it's City Club pivoting into a new model for hosting these virtual debates, or your 162-year-old energy provider, Northwest Natural, reimagining our future to integrate renewable natural gas into our system, and other innovations. So these times challenge us to think deeply, frankly, differently, act boldly, and to do better. Civic engagement has never been more important, not only at the federal level, but the state level, but importantly at our city level. And that's why we are proud to sponsor City Clubs in its fall debate series. So, first off, thank you for your attendance. I also want to thank City Club's efforts to bring you this program in these trying times. And I think most importantly, from all of us that are watching us and those of us that are supporting this, for the individuals that are seeking to make Portland better by serving the city. Thank you very much.
Before I turn the screen over to Dana Haynes of Pamplin Media, I want to remind all of us in North America that we live on stolen land. Here in the Portland region, this is the territory of Multnomah, Clackamas, and Clackamas, the Tualatin, Kalapuya, and Malala, the Wasco, Cowlitz, and many other indigenous people who have known the Columbia and Willamette rivers as their home for thousands of years. Together, we recognize their unbreakable connection to this land, and we honor the resilience of their ancestors and the hope of future generations. Now it's my pleasure to welcome Dana Haynes, Managing Editor at the Pamplin Media Group, which includes the Portland Tribune. Dana will be our moderator for tonight's debate. Take it away, Dana.
Thank you very much. Welcome to City Club's mayoral debate with Mayor Ted Wheeler and Sarah Ian Roan. We have about an hour for this debate. We got started a little late, and I know you're eager to hear from the candidates, so let me outline how we'll run this debate, and then we'll get started. To get us started, each candidate will have 2 minutes for an opening statement. Once the statements are concluded, we'll move on to the questions for the candidates, which includes a lightning round. Once the moderated questions have concluded, the candidates will each ask one prepared question of their opponent. From there, we'll move on to audience questions. If you have a question for the candidates, you can post them on Twitter or Facebook using the hashtag PDXMayor2020. That's that number symbol hashtag PDXMayor2020. One interesting wrinkle in this debate is what we're calling a free speech pass. If a candidate would like to rebut a point made by his or her opponent, extend his or her own answering time, or clarify a response, the candidate simply needs to raise their free speech pass. Each candidate has 2 passes worth 30 seconds each. Finally, we'll close the debate with 2-minute statements from each candidate. Now, we had some technical trouble first, and I was told that we had flipped a coin to see who'd go first, and I'm not sure that's happened. Mr. Mayor, Sarah, do you guys know if the coin flip happened and I missed it?
I don't.
Well, it so happens that I brought a coin, and Sarah, you're the challenger. Do you want to call heads or tails as I flip this? Okay, here we go. Ready? Go ahead. Sarah, you might be muted. She said tails? It's heads. All right. So that's that. Again, we had some technical problems. So we're going to begin with the statements. The first candidate, who is Mayor Ted Wheeler, will give his statement. Go ahead, sir.
Well, good evening and thank you. Thanks to the sponsors in the City Club. My name is Ted Wheeler, and I've had the privilege of serving as your mayor for the last 4 years. I think all of us understand that our community and indeed our state, our entire nation are facing unprecedented crises. First, it was the COVID crisis, then the resulting economic downturn. We have a national reckoning around racial justice and equity. And here in the state of Oregon, all of us have galvanized to support communities impacted by the recent wildfires. I'm pretty sure that people are going to look back on 2020 and say, this was the worst year in modern history. But I want us to think about this. Our city has a fantastic reputation. We're seen as a city of innovators, a city of creators. We're seen as inclusive, we're seen as leaders, and we have a world-class arts and culture community, amongst other things that we have going. However, our reputation has been challenged by those who seek to redefine us, and I believe very much unfairly. I'm not daunted by these challenges, and I don't think you should be either. I believe we're going to look back and we're going to say that we did the hard work. We came together and we didn't just articulate the problems, but we led. We did the hard work of governance to get through these difficult times, that we came together as a resilient community. And I want to say I'm proud of the work that my administration has done during this crisis. We were early leaders to make sure that we stopped the spread of COVID as much as we could. We were the first jurisdiction to organize to get dollars out the door to households in need and small businesses that needed to remain resilient during this crisis. We led from day one with equity. In fact, of the first $2 million that we sent out the door, 90% went to small businesses that were owned or operated by people of color. And throughout all of this, we've continued to lead on important issues ranging from shared economic prosperity to record affordable housing development to addressing our climate. So all of these things I want to continue to do. I thank you for being here tonight, and I'm asking for your support. Thanks a lot.
Go ahead, Ms. Ayana.
Should be here, yeah.
Tech problem, ladies and gentlemen. We're having trouble connecting the audio to the Challenger. Hang on one second while our tech folks try and figure out what our problem is. Other than the pandemic and everything that everybody's been trying for the last year has been on beta test. So.
What we need is some kids to come in here and help us fix this.
Okay, while we're waiting for the technical stuff to happen, this would be a good opportunity to remind folks that on the November ballot, there's a lot of things to vote on, and people need to vote the whole ballot. One thing that we sometimes get, especially in a presidential year, is people will get their ballots and they will vote only for the top thing and then they move on. The stuff that's down ballot is incredibly important. People are making decisions about your life, your family, your kids, your drinking water. Not even mention the ballot measures that are coming up. So it's really incredibly important that when you get your ballot, get it in early and vote the whole ballot. We call this vamping in the theater world, ladies and gentlemen. If, in fact, we're unable to get the audio to work, I'm wondering if we can get Sarah to call in and have somebody relay her audio via telephone. Yes, that would work. Do we want to try that? Shall we have Sarah call me? While we're waiting for our back-end tech people to figure things out, Sarah, I'm going to give you my telephone number, and we're going to try and do an end run around this thing. 503-9. Debate. We really want this thing to work well, so we really thank everybody for their patience. Sarah, please go ahead and give us your opening statement.
I hope you can hear me all right.
Yeah, that was an immense amount of feedback. So at this point, we will take advice from the City Club Sarah, do you want to?
Is that working now? Can you get it to work? Can you hear me?
I
No
can.
one can hear me.
I can.
You can hear me, Dana.
Yes.
Can you hear me still?
Yes.
Now we have the loop back. Very bizarre.
The mayor's saying he can't. Yeah, the feedback's going to be too egregious. All right. So, Sarah, do you want to give us your opening statement?
Sure, you should vote for me because I'm a tenacious problem solver. And I will not give up. No, and I'm also hearing a bit of an echo. So I will just mute that and you can hear me still.
Yes.
It's wild. I'll just work with it. We're just going to improvise. Everybody's doing the best they can. Okay. I love Portland. I think it's a fantastic city. I am so excited actually for this opportunity right at this moment to serve as your next mayor and bring you together on shared problem solving. I'm sorry, you know what? I'm not going to be able to. I'm on a feedback loop now.
We hear it too.
Okay. I'm a bit perplexed about how we proceed from here.
Extra credit. We're going to postpone this. It looks like the technical problems are not fixable tonight. So this will be postponed. All of the media partners involved will put out the new time when it happens. We understand that the two candidates are exceptionally busy people, and we're going to have to try and work it around their schedules. But between the City Club and Pamplin Media Group, we're going to find a way to do this because this is an incredibly important race. This is one that the people really need to hear from both candidates. Speaking on behalf of the City Club of Portland, we apologize for the technical problems, and we will reschedule this, and we will be back on the air sometime before the election. Thank you very much.